Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Lavender's Lab. And today we have another TCG Live Pokemon battle. Okay, I am back on here trying to learn more about battling. And today we have the Greninja deck once again. I really have grown to like this deck since the last time I used it because I like the way the abilities work for each other and overall play in a way that is very beneficial to the person that plays with it. So here I am selecting who I need. This is a very great person, a great Pokemon to begin with. And I think right now my strategy is to use all of the abilities in this deck to play off of each other. You know, we have the one where you're able to get energy from the discard and put it in your hand. And then there's another ability that allows you to place as many energy cards as in your hand onto any Pokemon in any way. That's very great. And then we have the card that allows you to hit for a certain amount for every single energy that you discard. So I think that when you have everything working together, it is the most successful deck, and it can hit for a lot of points. And I think that there are some ways that you can kind of work around that ability too and hit with other moves as well. So let's see what I'm able to get going with this deck, with this round, and how I'm able to combat what my opponent might be doing. Okay, so first things first, I want to get as many Pokemon out there as I can. So I'm going to bring some out, put them on the bench. I want to be able to evolve these starter basic Pokemon because that way I can start to get to the abilities sooner and sooner. I want to look for cards that can help me evolve them quickly. So that would be the rare candy. And then I need something to bring up some energy whenever I need it. So this allows me to look for basic energy cards. That is already off to a great start because then you can utilize that to get him out early and start hitting early as well. So of course I'm going to attach a basic energy to him. And I'm going to see what my opponent might be doing. So I don't know that I've played against this. I'm guessing it's an Alakazam deck. And I'm not entirely sure what that deck uses in its benefit. Well, that's a very great card. But I'm also here to... Wow, see, there he goes. The rare candy evolved very quickly. And he has another energy on there. So that was an incredibly quick way to get some hit points out. All right. So here I am with another rare candy. That's very, very great. I just need to pull the evolution cards. I'm glad I was able to get another energy onto my active Pokemon. And I was looking at that, and I think if your opponent has taken more prize cards than you, you're able to either have more health points or hit for more. I'm going to give this Iona a try just to see what else I can get in my hand, and there we go. I do have some evolution Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade him and evolve him as well. And then put another Pokemon out because I never want to run out. Let me see. I think I'm going to go ahead and get more energy just in case, because I always need more and I can always get them back with a retrieval. And then we use that to hit. Very nice. So let's see what my opponent is going to do. Okay, so they're adding more energy. That's great. They're looking for another Pokemon. Okay. And search deck for up to 2 energy cards in different types. Put one in your hand and put one on a Pokemon. Okay, that's great. That's a really good card. And will Alakazam hit again? Of course. Well, that's okay. Let me see who else I can bring out. I think I'm gonna go with... Okay. That was good because he's already evolved. And I got to evolve him again, which is perfect. I'm going to put another energy on there and use that ability, meaning I can attach more than one energy to the card per turn. So this is good. I'm building up as much energy as I can, and that allows me to use the attack. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some items, the retrieval, so that I can get some more energy out of my discard pile. And then, of course, I attacked. So now, of course, I always try and analyze what my opponent's strategy is, because maybe if I can decode that, then I can figure out what they might be trying to do to me and how to combat it. So now they've switched out their active Pokemon, and they were able to still hit from the bench. So I can see why they did that. I've got another rare candy here. I always love having those. And then I'm going to use that to attack. Very nice. I'm getting some HP down on to my opponent's Pokemon. Always want to be able to chip away while I can. That was a very significant amount. So I'm very happy I was able to get that in. And they're still hitting me from the bench. Okay, so right now I was not able to use that cycle of bringing the Pokemon out and then getting from the hand, getting from my deck the basic energy and then cycling the back in, because I have to have all of the evolutions out at the same time. But I did not have them out at the same time, so I was able to still hit some, but it looks like my opponent was able to get in some hits before I was able to do that cycle, but that's okay. The game isn't over yet, and I think I can find a new strategy if I can bring out his evolution and then evolve. Then that can really help me. So fortunately, I've got Greninja here, and Greninja is able to do some very significant damage, and that is what I will be doing because I do have that one energy. Yep, there we go. And then I can also get a card from my hand. From my deck into my hand. So that also benefits me as well. So now we've knocked out one of the EXs. We're going to be able to get 2 prize cards. And that, my friends, is how you start to turn around the game. And I was smart to have put that, I believe, Defiance Band onto my Pokemon early in case it ever was coming out and in case my opponent did have more prize cards taken than I did. So now they've got Eevee out. I think they're hoping to use Alakazam to hit from the bench, even if the Pokemon that they have out isn't, the toughest or the biggest defender or attacker. So yeah, they're still hitting me from the bench. That's okay. Greninja is going to do what he has to do to win. I'm glad that I had more basic Pokemon to put out there, so I'm not running low. And I'm thinking of what else I can do. Okay, I can go ahead and get some more cards and see where that puts me at. All right, we have the energy retrieval. That's very good to have. And of course, I'm going to use it. Choose up to 4 basic energies to put into your hand. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Because I want to evolve my basic Pokemon as soon as possible. So now I've added another energy, and of course, I think we're going to have to... Let's see what that one does. Okay, so I need 3 energy for that. But I'm still going to be able to hit for 400 and then find a card from my deck and put it into my hand. So that was perfect. That card hits for so much, especially with that item card that I have attached to Greninja. So this is working very, very well. And now we've knocked out Eevee, and we are even in how many prize cards we've taken. In a match, you can turn the game around so quickly. Sometimes it's a matter of turn per turn per turn when things can start looking up, can start looking down, and they can start looking up again. It can go back and forth, and the game is never really over until someone draws that final prize card. So you're always in it to win it. Let's see what my opponent is going to do next. So they're fishing for something. Okay. Interesting. They've got energy and a couple Pokemon. They've got another Pokemon, okay. And what else are they going to do? I'm going to assume they're probably going to hit. Yep. And unfortunately, that has Greninja out, which does put them at only 1 prize card left. But you know what? I am still hoping that I can turn this thing around. Okay? I can draw some cards. I can attach energy. I can look for more Pokemon. And that way I can try and evolve them as soon as possible. I'm gonna search for a couple cards. Let's see what I can find. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use that to fish for a few cards. Get as many boys as I can to bring out and to evolve, because I need to use their abilities. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay, good, I got another energy and another Greninja. Gonna go ahead and use that rare candy to evolve and to be able to use this incredible ability. So, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and attach as much energy as I can. All of them if I have to. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack. So that knocks him out. And now I get to draw 2 more prize cards. And just like that, in one turn, my people, we are even. 1 prize card left for my opponent and 1 prize card left for myself. This is a tie right now, and only one person can win the match. Okay, they're putting out Abra. You know what? I know I have this match in the bag. I know that I do because of the abilities that my Pokemon have. And luckily, my opponent's Pokemon can hit, but only for less than the amount of HP that I have. So I think that I will be surviving this round, and I will be able to knock my opponent out in the next round. So let's see what they do. Hit for 30, and we're in this, and you already know what we're gonna have to do. Okay, so they brought out Umbreon. That's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve as many Pokemon as I can. And let's see, do I have any energy? Yeah, let me go ahead and put out another one because you never know. And I was able to evolve that Pokemon. Very nice. I think I'm gonna have to... Okay. So if I keep him out, I can hit for 130, but that's not enough to knock out Umbreon. Might have to put someone else forward. Okay, perfect. And I can look for that evolution so that I can draw 3 more cards in hopes of getting the evolution to knock out enough to be over 280 for hit points. And I'm going to get as many energy cards as I can so that I can use that ability to hit for the maximum amount per discarded energy. Let me go ahead and attach as many energy as I'd like for free while he's active. And then I'm going to go ahead and retreat. Excuse me, I mean attack. Okay, now it is my opponent's turn. But I am setting this up just in case I can evolve my Pokemon and then use the attack where I'm able to discard as many energy as possible to hit for the highest points. Thank goodness I survived that round. And this is where I do it, folks. We've got the rare candy here. Okay. We've got the evolution here. Okay. And yes, Hail Blade is what I need, and there it is. We have enough energy. Perfect. Discard any amount of energy in order to hit for 60 times the amount of cards you discard. So yes, let's go ahead and retreat and use Hail Blade to our advantage. So I'm going to take off energy from everybody so that I can knock out the Umbreon. And there we go. Getting rid of all the energy. And yes, we're able to hit for 300, knocking out their active Pokemon, therefore getting our final prize card. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to watch this match. And I look forward to playing more here in the future. All right, go ahead and like and subscribe if you'd like. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.